Let me tell you everything that I learned in 2025. From me not completing every goal, for me to compare myself to others, to being jealous, to being insecure, and for me not even loving myself the way I should have. This year showed me a version who I definitely did not like to be, but required me to grow into something better. In today's video, I'm going to break down everything that I learned in 2025 so you don't make the same mistakes that I did and so that 2026 can be your year. So today, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So for my first one, I wanted to say is to stop being your own self-critic. This is something that I really low-key just learned during my fall semester of school, but I would say this was one of the biggest things I learned this year. And I just had a conversation with two of my friends about, because I feel like somebody like me, I feel like I am the type of person, I work super duper hard, but I just never want to be able to pat myself on the back. For example, when it comes to like YouTube, I know I'm consistent, my views and my subscriber count might not show it, but me myself, I know I'm consistent. I haven't missed a week of uploading probably since I've started, and this has been like 2 years going on. So it's little things like that. I would immediately, like I said in the intro, I would immediately maybe compare myself to my friend or some other creator and be like, well, they have more subscribers than me, they have more views than me, I'm behind, I'm not doing the things that I'm doing, when it's like, no, actually maybe it's just different, for them, for me, you know what I mean? I'm doing what I can, I'm researching, I'm watching videos, I'm trying to get better. Even when someone I knew at school, he was like, I mean, people, your editing's getting better. Like, just little things like that. I should be able to pat myself on the back and be like, well, I am consistent. I am trying my best. But immediately when I compare myself to others and I'm being myself critic saying, well, because this video did bad, maybe I don't need to do this. Maybe because this video did bad, maybe I'm not the YouTuber I want to be. Like, us being such self-critics of ourselves and having such self-criticism of ourselves, we're limiting our own selves from many things. Even for like blessings, like I would use like the car accident, you know what I mean? Like, that could have been a blessing in disguise. I'm still alive. Me being able to get a job this summer, buy my camera, that was such a big thing that I wanted to do for myself. And my whole camera setup, my mom did help, but the whole thing was bought from me, you know what I mean? And I should be able to pat myself on the back to say like, oh, I bought my own camera. Many people can't even say that. Many people don't even have a camera starting out. I did. So it's like I should be able to pat myself on the back and be able to accept that achievement for my own. And then for another thing that I want to talk about is, like I said, allowing yourself to make mistakes. Like, there might have been times in my other videos where the intro probably wasn't the best. I'm like, why am I still talking in my room and stuff? But it's the fact that I can be able to accept that and be like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best. Let me do some research. Let me see what my friend is doing so my interests can be different. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to always be like proactive and learning. Like, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to get it right the first time. It's okay to not be the best, but what it is to learn. You know what I mean? Be more of a learner and not like a criticism-er, if that makes sense. And like I said, just not being in your head and not being so hard on yourself. And that's what I want to say for number one. Number two, this is going to be a big one. Going to be in my business just a little bit, but I could be helping somebody. But number two, I would definitely say learn to control my lust. Now, I was definitely a little hesitant to talk about this, but I mean, I literally dropped my video about corn and no one even said nothing about it, like in real life and in like the comments and stuff. So I said, hey, maybe I can talk about it. Is it a safe space? Is it safe? Is it safe to come out? But yeah, like I definitely say this year, I was struggling with my lust. And even that video, it had like 70 something views. So that means 70 people clicked on it and 70 people watch it. So somebody want to hear this. Yeah, I definitely would say I struggle with my lust a good amount this year. I'm not necessarily the person to be like watching porn and all that. I haven't even watched, y'all know what I mean, but YouTube versus. But I haven't watched porn for real probably since like freshman year of high school or like middle school and stuff. I would definitely say the other things probably like like self-pleasuring. Y'all know the word, but YouTube guidelines. Self-pleasuring and stuff, that's definitely something I have struggled with. And just being able to learn my triggers or learn, I guess the cycles or the bad habits, me being able to learn those things has really helped me. So if anybody out there, you're not alone. And like I said, we just have to grow better, I mean, hey, there's stuff they talked about in the Bible, so we got to grow. A lot of men struggle with it. So, but like I said, understanding my triggers, like I know one thing about me is like, anytime I'm in a space where I'm kind of alone and I have a chance to like think about a lot of stuff, but it's like overthink or have my mind clouded, that's usually when certain thoughts and stuff start coming. So for me, I just started listening to music more, or like say late night, I'm just staying up, go to bed. That's one thing. Go to bed helps. So just going to bed and not thinking about nothing. For me, like the shower, since you're by yourself in there, I start listening to music in there. Or like, one thing about me, I've learned to try to trick my mind. So like, say if something pops up or you look at someone or you're like on social media and that triggers you, for me, just doing something else that makes me think. So like, y'all know Jubilee, like I'll just play like a Jubilee episode in like the shower or like at nighttime, and it's like I'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know that. And it's like I'll be like tricking my brain. One thing I would say would be getting an accountability partner. Shout out to my homeboy, he know who he is, hopefully watching. But getting an accountability partner, and at first I used to hear about that in like high school and stuff, and I definitely didn't think, let's get the camera, I definitely didn't think that it works. But I'm not gonna lie, that works so good, just because of the fact that it's like I used to do those things, like it's like the opposite of like guilt trips. So like if I ask my friends and they're like, yeah, I'd be struggling with it and all this stuff, like I would kind of use that to make it feel better about myself, because I'm like, okay, if they're struggling with it, then maybe it's okay for me. No, that cycle is gonna just be doomed for you. Don't be doing that. So, but definitely having an accountability partner is good, because most of the time, say if you were to do that, or say if you don't go to the gym or you smoke, like it could be like outside of lust. What you do is like you're just kind of like comfortable in that. But I feel like once you have that partner or that friend to be able to confide in and talk to, you immediately take accountability right then and there. Like there's probably one or two times where I did it and then I had told him, and I'm not gonna lie, like each time telling him, it gives me such a resistance to like not want to do anything again or to look at anything, because it's like, dang, like I hate having to tell him that, and then now he gotta get on me, and it's like, see, yeah, no, I don't like that. And then I would also say it's just loving yourself. Like I feel like way back then, probably like in middle school and high school, it was more like a self-esteem, confidence issue. So being able to love yourself, if you love yourself spiritually, like God doesn't call us and be asking us to do that. So, just being more fruitful in those ways, I feel like that's not really too complex to understand. So that's what I'll just say for number 2. And if you definitely want some more in depth about this, make sure y'all follow my playlist about all my self-help videos. Majority of the stuff that I wrote on here is actually a video singly about these individually, but we're kind of like, I guess, compounding it into this video. But for number 3, it would be stop being jealous and envious others. Now, I haven't been in a while, but definitely in high school, it used to be bad when I used to run track. But my friend, shout out to him, if he knows, we had a big talk about this at school, and he really helped transform my mind about like how you look at other people's success, how you look at your success. And the main thing that I learned is just saying that success looks different for everybody. I said this in one of my videos, but just reiterating it because, like, I would even do school. Like, some people are not necessarily smarter than others, but some people, it might be easier for them in studying ways than it might be for you. Some people are just better at math than some other people. You know what I mean? Some people are just faster than someone else. Now, that's not necessarily saying that you can't get as fast as them. I'm just saying, like, in baseline, like some people just have talent, some people don't. Even when it comes to YouTube, like some people just get it faster than some other people do. But like how I said in that video, was like, just because success works in someone else's ways than in yours, it doesn't mean that you won't ever be successful, or that God is not answering your prayers, or God is not blessing you. But maybe it might just be different from someone else. Like, literally, I feel like we would think so much and be in our heads and criticize and be such ourselves critics. We just make stuff that's not like that serious, or we're just like blowing stuff out of proportion. Like, just because my friend might have hit 1,000 subscribers before I did, it literally does not mean I can hit 1,000 subscribers. Maybe he just got it before. Like, I feel like when we would overthink and we try to make it something bigger than it is, I would sit there and say, okay, maybe he hit it before me. Am I doing something wrong? Am I not good enough? For people not liking my videos? It's like we would immediately start, jumping to conclusions when it's like that might not be the fact. It might just be I might hit it in a month. Maybe he hit it a month earlier than me. Like, just because it looks different for someone doesn't mean you can't achieve that. And even looking back, for me, I'm at 612 subscribers, but it's like I just hit 600, so now that's 12 new subscribers. A month ago I was at 500. Earlier this year I was at 300 or 200. So it's like little things like that. It's like I can't sit there and say I'm literally not growing when I am. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I would also say is to learn to grow together and not apart, because even talking with him really helped me, because I was like, okay, maybe he's doing something different than I am. So I remember I literally went into my analytics, copied and pasted everything, put it in ChatGPT, and I was like, help me try to learn about this. And then it was like, okay, your audience retention. So now, in my vlogs, I try to move a little faster, get out of my room a little faster, get dressed faster, and it helped. Like some people are making it towards like, and if you're a YouTuber, there's like a graph on the analytics thing, and my graph definitely used to be a little low, but now it's like more higher than what it was because I'm getting to the point a little faster. So I'm like little things like that. Like we have to be able to grow together as a team instead of as one, because I feel like of course if we never work together, then what do you think we're gonna get? You know what I mean? So being jealous of that person, ask this person for those tips. Like I feel like you gotta drop that ego. Yes, I know we all want to win, we all want to be the best, but it's like you gotta drop that ego for a second and ask for help. Like I said in the video, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, asking for assistance. Like you're never too good to ask for help. Go and ask them questions. And then I would just say definitely to pray. I'm always going to take it back to God, but definitely praying, understanding scriptures, understanding blessings, and just understanding that God works differently for everybody. If you read your Bible, you will know everybody in the Bible, Moses, John, Abraham, they all didn't have the same life, they all didn't have the same blessings, they all didn't have the same story, but they're written in the Bible because they all hold a different significance and a different purpose. So yeah. That's what I want to say for number 3. And so for my 4th one, I would say, which I guess it would piggyback off of the last 3, but it was going to say make sure you prioritize self-love. And just to make sure that whatever you're doing, if you don't love it, I would suggest doing something else, because I feel like that is the reason why I probably haven't stopped like doing YouTube and stuff, just because I love doing this. Like I'm literally in my room, it's 2:37. Friday, Saturday, I'm just in my room talking to a camera. This is what I like to do. Everybody might not be watching it, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna edit it because that's what I want to do, and that's what I love. And nobody can take that away from me. You can say I'm not consistent. You can't say my work ethic good, because my classes, I got B's, no C's, and I post it every week. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta have that self-love. You gotta love what you do. You know what I mean? Same thing with my major. It was a year or 2 ago I changed my major. Now I was engineering. It was like electrical computer engineering before, but now it's IT. And look at my grades. Grades got better. You gotta love what you do. If you don't love what you do, let's go on and change it up. It's time. Let's not go into 2026 doing the same things we said we wasn't gonna do, and we still doing. Let's go on and change it up, because at the end of the day, if you've been complaining about it, putting it off, procrastinating, maybe you don't want to do it so much. So let's go on and change it up. Okay. Then I want to say is to prioritize what matters to you. So like, for example, I had just got my book in the last line. Make sure you watch. Go watch it. Post notifications on and subscribe. Matter of fact, while we're here, if you ain't subscribed, make sure you go and subscribe. Go and pause the video right now. Thank you for making it this far. Go and subscribe. You should see a little animation at the bottom. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you can hype it up, hype it up. Thank you. But definitely prioritize what I say, what matters to you. I definitely started reading consistently, reading my Bible consistently, because I feel like, how can you grow as a person if you're not growing spiritually? That's one. And then outside of spiritual, I feel like, how can you grow physically and mentally? So I continue to make sure, I'm going to the gym. I used to be the person, if life got busy, I would be like, let me not go to the gym and all that. But I'm like, no, the gym is very important to me. That helps clear my mind and boost my confidence. You got to prioritize the little things that help you. If you're not doing the things that make you you, how you gonna be you? How you gonna function? You know what I mean? Same thing for me. I like getting ready in the morning. I like to put clothes on. Like, you have to do those little things. I would just get stressed out and then just stop everything. And it's like, you can't do that. You have to do those things that matter to you the most. And just number 3, I would just say, not lose yourself. Going even back on YouTube, I would just have to remind myself, why did I start? Why do I like to vlog instead of just compare myself to others? You got to understand, why did you start that business? Why did you start that degree? Why did you want to go to college? Like, all those things, you just constantly have to ask yourself your why. Continue to remind yourself of your why. Even when it comes to spiritualness, why do you think God put this on your heart? Why do you think God wanted you to do this? Like, you just constantly have to remind yourself, because like I said, if it's constantly on your heart, on your mind, the Holy Spirit's trying to tell you something. And like I said, we could be comparing or being jealous, and we could miss in that blessing or that calling, focus on somebody else and not ourselves. That's why you gotta have that self-love. And then number 4, I had put just the bullet point was to just constantly make sure you do daily affirmations. I would just get up in the morning, especially after taking a shower, and just be like, I look good, hair good, I smell good, I'm gonna have a good day. This video, like I'm editing, I'm be like, this is a good video. Like just being positive. If you're always surrounded by negativity, you're always thinking about negativity, you're always just negative in general, what do you think your life is gonna be? Negative. So, but yeah, that was number 4, and let's move into number 5. And this one kind of bounces off of number 1. It's almost literally the same, but I didn't realize. But for number 5, I was saying to allow yourself to be more deserving. And like I said just before, like just understanding that I'm consistent on my YouTube, and just appreciating, like I said, those small little wins of yourself when it comes to just anything. If it's school, like I said, last semester and probably this semester, I'm probably gonna have no C's, A's, and B's. Like that's literally a full year of good academics. Now I've been applying to like internships and stuff. I've heard back for a few people. Literally after this, I gotta go apply, do like a little test. So I'm like little things like that. Mind you, a year ago, I had no resume or no LinkedIn. So it's like we're growing in those different ways, you know what I mean? But we got to be able to appreciate those small wins instead of just being like, well, I don't got no internship, I'm stuck, I'm dumb, I'm stupid. It's like we got to appreciate those small little things. And then I really put on here to allow yourself to be deserving of new opportunities, because I always do think about this. So like when Kai Cenat had posted the Stream University thing, I remember I was literally in our student center just scrolling on Instagram. I literally remember him posting that, and I was like, it was like 3 minutes or like 2 minutes ago. So I'm like, and I remember my friends were like, you should apply, you should apply. And I was just always thinking like, well, I'm probably never going to make it. I would never have been in Stream University. And I mean, not to say I would have made it in, like, I'm a nobody, don't nobody know me. But it's the fact that it's like, it was me already saying, like no one knows me, I'm not going to get picked. Like allow yourself to be deserving of new opportunities, because imagine if I would have applied and my whole life would have been changed. You know what I mean? Like just little things like that. I remember even watching I think it was one of Gigi's vlogs. That's his girlfriend. She literally said that like she could have did an opportunity that would have changed her, grown her so much, but she was just in her head, and she literally, I'm sorry if the sun is in the way, but she literally was saying that like, she didn't think she was deserving of that opportunity, and she wasn't, she is. And I feel like I really connected with that, because you just never know. That's why I was even saying the jealous and envy thing, because you never know, like, there's creators and stuff at school. Maybe, if I lower my ego, I could ask for help. Maybe we could collab. Next, that collab could blow up, change your life. You know what I mean? Like, just being able to put your guard down and just trying stuff, just going for it. Like, once again, if God is constantly putting in your heart, maybe you should try to do it. And then, like even just when it comes to friendships, congratulating others, like just being more, I guess, deserving, like I said, of those opportunities. And that's what I'm to say for number 5. No, it was short, but the number 1 and number 5 kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, that's what I'm to say for number 5. And this one is definitely going to be a very easy one. But I would say for number 6 is just continue to grow your relationship with Christ and God. I feel like you continue to pray, stay consistent in your prayers, reading your word. All those things will assist you in literally everything that I've been talking about and everything on this book. Mainly because I feel like, God is everything. I mean, he can help you with so much prayer, and he can just take so much off the load off of you by just praying, talking to him, reading the word, reading the scripture. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just continue to pray to God. I've been bringing God in all the points, but I just want to get it to a point to him, is that you really got to give it to him. Whatever you're going through, you're stressed about, anything you want to be consistent of, pray over it. Anything that is a bad habit, pray over it. You want someone to be taken out of your life, or you want to redo your inner circle, redo your community, pray over it. Like, pray. One thing about me, I'm a prayer. I've been praying about YouTube for 2 years now, and one day we're going to look back at this and be like, Cameron prayers answered. So you know what I mean? So just continue to pray. And then, like I said, reading your word, reading your Bible. That's all I want to say for number 6. Just pray and believe in God. And also walk by faith, not by sight, because a lot of things in life don't look like they're going well. But I always think about it like they say, like, just as the right time you're about to give up, that could be the time God's going to bless you. But since you gave up, you missed the blessing. That's what I'm to say for number 6. And then for number 7, I was going to say is just learning when to change things up. Definitely when it comes to bad habits. Like I guess I'll use someone that smokes. say if you just constantly see yourself smoking and not being productive, maybe it's the time to change. Same thing when I did with my YouTube videos, when I was saying, okay, maybe the intro's not good, or maybe the views are low. Maybe let me try to do a different thumbnail. Maybe let me try to do a different title. Like, just being able to understand when things aren't working and to be able to change, switch it up. That is definitely a good tip, or just a mental thing just to know. So you can continue to grow, you can continue to learn. You just don't want to keep doing the same things and not growing. I mean, even my channel, I've changed the music, I've changed the quality, got a new camera, mic. I'm even more after this, I might get a new lens. Like, just constantly trying to grow yourself and just stopping those old and bad habits. Another thing that I have put is just learning when to change, learning when things aren't working. That would definitely help you with your habits. And yeah, that's all I want to say for number 7. Dang, we flying by, about to be at the end of this video. But for number 8, I want to say is to continue to stay disciplined even when you don't want to do it. And discipline definitely helps a lot. I'm not gonna lie, for YouTube, I think when you first start off, you be so motivated because it's like, okay, new channel, new posting. But I'm not gonna lie, editing, I do not want to edit, but it's like, I refuse to miss a week. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to be able to, like, I take so much pride in my work ethic and just doing stuff that people deem hard and that people want to give up on. Well, I'm going to wake up at 5 and go to that gym. And then after that, I'm going to edit that video. And after that, I'm going to do 4 assignments. And after that, I'm still going to go to sleep on time, wake up for the next day and do it all over again. You got to have discipline, because I'm not going to lie, motivation runs out. Literally last night, I wanted to just stay up. I know I had to do a whole video and prep it, but I was like, I don't want to film this video, because now once I film it, I gotta edit it, I gotta prep it, gotta schedule it. I don't feel like doing all that. But who wants to get the subscribers? Who's gonna get the subscribers for me? Who's gonna get the likes for me? Who's gonna get the views for me? Who's gonna get the 1,000 subs for me? You know what I mean? You got to be disciplined, because at the end of the day, no one's going to save you. No one's going to do nothing for you. Even when it comes to school, learning, just like me, like, I'm an individual. I want to continue to learn. I want to be a sponge. So I read, I read the Bible. I want to continue to learn. Like, nobody is literally going to save you. God can bless you right now, but if you're literally not even disciplined enough to fall through with that blessing, what was the point of him blessing you for? You know what I mean? So continue to be disciplined, continue to do things that are hard. Even if you don't want to do it, you probably should. At the end of the day, if you keep thinking about it, procrastinating it, it's important. You just being lazy, you don't want to do it. Continue to push, be disciplined, you got it. And at the end of the day, by the time you be done with that task, you'll be like, oh wow, this wasn't even that hard. So stay disciplined. And so we have now arrived to our last part. And for number 9, I would just say is to make sure to always have some sort of reflection, if it's a month, a week, or a year. And the main thing I was talking about this is to like have a vision board. Like, at first I was thinking like vision boards, not to say it was like dumb, but I'm like, does this really work? But I definitely would say it does work, mainly just because the fact that it's like on my vision board, I love from the fact that last year around this time, I was like, okay, I want to get my own camera and all this stuff. And it's like, I got my own camera. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. I had certain things I didn't achieve, like getting 1,000 subs, but it's like, it's the fact that I got my camera. I was like, continue to read books on there. I read books. I put like skincare stuff in there, have good skin, like, my skin been clearing up. But just little things like that. I had like, wanted to go to bed early. I've been going to bed early. Like, just little things like that. I think always continue to reflect, doing videos like this, especially in the beginning, talking about the corn and the self-pleasure. That definitely was a hard thing to say, but it's like, you got to be honest with yourself, because as a man, I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to be honest, and I know that type of stuff might be a little personal, but I always do believe that somebody out there could need it. So you gotta be able to, like I said, have a reflection. You gotta be able to look at those bad habits and grow. You know what I mean? I feel like if we never reflect, we're just gonna keep doing the same things that are progressing us, the same things that aren't motivating us, the same things that aren't making us more disciplined, and you're just going into the loop. You're going into the cycle, and we can't keep doing that. I mean, it's either gonna grow or we're not gonna grow. You know what I mean? So definitely continue to always reflect. I encourage everybody. That's why I want to make a video like this before the year is over with, to do a final wrap up of 2025. Make those goals, write those goals down, do those affirmations, read, start that business, go to school if you want to. If you want to switch that major, switch that major. Like, you just have to go for it. But like I said, always do a reflection, because like I said, if you're constantly being angry, you're constantly not liking something, you're constantly not loving something, or you're not loving someone. Like, you have to be able to make those reflections. You have to be able to look inside yourself and just ask, like, why am I doing this? Why do I love doing this? And why do I continue that I want to do this? Reflections are important. They definitely are going to make you look inside yourself, but hey, we're ourselves. We got ourselves forever and ever. You got to continue to learn about yourself, and you got to continue to reflect. And that is the last point that I wanted to say. And we have now concluded the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments how'd you like it. Let me know down in the comments if anything spoke to you, or if any of these 9 points, that's something you've been working on. And try to interact in the comments. But like I said, we're trying to build this mini community. We only got each other, so we got to continue to help each other. And yeah, let me guys know. I do have some later videos coming out for the rest of this year, but just let me know what you guys are looking forward for 2026. Let me know something that you want me to do better on my channel. It could be a different idea. You don't want to see this, see that. Let me know down in the comments. And like I said, I'm trying to build this community, and growth has been slow, but we got to get to 1,000. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned a lot from this video. I learned a lot definitely from this year, so I'm looking forward to being my best self 2026. And yeah, continue to grow, continue to make your mistakes. It's completely okay. The fact that you watched this video, you're already on the first steps. So yeah, continue to like, subscribe, road to 700 subs, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next video.